Okay, so guys, today's video is about quitting video games, and I want to talk about the YouTuber Hamza Ahmed, who's whose voice I actually listened to, and he said he basically insists that we should quit video games because it's not very good for our lifestyle and our overall life. And I really agree with him because I've quit video games for it's been like 7 months, and I haven't really missed video games whatsoever. And I want to talk about why people play video games in the first place. And I've also seen people talk about this on his videos, and they often put up the argument oh, I just want to have fun, or I just want to relax. And even he says this, and even I agree with this. He says that first of all, about having fun, the only time you're actually having fun playing video games is when your friend does something silly in the game or when he makes some joke. Otherwise, 90% of the time you're just sitting there like this, like you just have a straight face. You're not even having fun. It's just a total time waste, video games. And another thing to say is I just want to relax. I worked hard today. I studied. I went to school. I went to my tuitions. All my work is done. I just want to relax. Well, you're not even relaxing, first of all, because you're constantly processing. Especially if you're playing a multiplayer game or even story games. You're constantly processing what's happening in the game, and then you're constantly trying to solve the problem and constantly doing things with your controller. You're not relaxing. Your mind is processing and it's constantly working. So if anything, after playing the video games and after having a sorry, and after having a very long gaming session, you're actually more exhausted than you were before. So you're not relaxing. You're actually overworking yourself even more, and you're even more exhausted. And I saw this it was a reel or a TikTok, I think. I saw it on Instagram, and it was basically a boy enacting he finished playing his video games, and he finished his video game session with his friend, and he basically says, "Okay, I'm logging out, and I'll see you next time." And he takes off his headphone, and when he takes it off, he basically just goes like this. Basically, he's trying to show that now he's kind of depressed because he doesn't have anything else to do. And the title of the video says "Life of a Teenage Boy." And that's so true. When I played video games, the same thing happened to me. I literally logged off and I said, "Okay guys, bye, I'm logging off, see you later." And I took off my headset or whatever, and I was like, what do I do now? There's this shallowness, there's nothing now. Because after finishing your video games, you feel even more unfulfilled. You've just wasted 2 hours of nothing. People say, "Oh, I'm just having fun or I'm relaxing," but they're not even having fun because it's meaningless. There's nothing over there. And like I said, you don't even have fun most of the time. Most of the time you're just sitting there like this and just staring at the screen and processing. And the only time you actually laugh or enjoy is when your friend does something silly in the game, or when something funny happens in the game. That's the only time, and that happens, I wouldn't say a lot, because especially if you're playing multiplayer games, it can get sometimes toxic. And okay, so let's talk about why you can't quit video games. It's because you just maybe don't have anything better to do. And I don't mean that as an insult, because it's completely normal if you're like that. I was like that as well. But you have to understand, to quit video games, you have to fill in your day with more activities to do, which you're actually interested in and which are actually fulfilling activities. Because if you don't, then you're just not going to have anything to do, and you're going to say "Oh, might as well just play video games," right? So that's why I say, and the YouTuber Hamza Ahmed also say, that you should fill your day with more meaningful activities, like going to the gym, reading books, playing some sport that you like, and meditating, and filling your day with having good relationships with your family and stuff like that. which is more meaningful than playing video games. Now, I would also say like focus on your studies, but I'm not really focused on my studies either, so I'm not gonna be like a hypocrite. But recently, I have been focusing on my studies more. So yeah, I think guys focus on your studies as well if you're in school or in college, whatever. And guys, like another thing I want to say, which Hamza Ahmed does not say, but is that you can still play video games, but like when you're with your friends, like when you go over to their house or when they come over to your house, it's still not the best thing you can do. But I mean, it's like whatever, like you're being stupid for a while, whatever. You're with your friends, like if they're with you like in person, like yeah, you can play for some time, or like when you go over to the house, but don't make it too frequent, like it's still not a very good activity. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching, and if you, whatever your thoughts are, leave them in the comments. I'm always like open to hearing even like opinions which are opposing my opinion. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys.